Um, it's our last week. We're almost done. Um, I'm going to start by apologizing because I have to have a hard stop at 5 o'clock. Um, I have hockey today, as you can tell from there. But also, we're playing at 6:30 today, and it turns out that our goalie can't play. My son is a goalie, so I have to go home, get my son, and then get to the game on time. So I want to finish at 5:30, but I have to cut half an hour somehow. We'll see how we do. We might skip the break. We'll do some activities, have some fun, and we'll go through a few things. All right, and we'll see how we do for timing. Um, but I do want to play some games and have some fun today. That's kind of what the plan is. All right. Um, so we're covering. I realized that we didn't do balanced design last week. We were supposed to. We didn't. So I added that to this week's. We'll see how far we get. All right. Anything from the readings at all? Anyone? Well, moments from the readings? Anything you want to share? There was lots to do, lots of readings. That's okay. Um, what is our purpose? Make disciples, right? What are the 5 practices? Fellowship, worship. What's that? Teaching, praying. Is praying one of them? Praying one of them. Yep. Mission. Excellent. Sorry. Make disciples. There. Mission. Um, we talked last week about visions, aims, and strategies. And we used the example last week of if I wanted to be physically fit, what are some strategies, aims, and visions I could use, or some strategies and aims to help fulfill the vision of being better physically fit? What if my question was, are you to have a strong knowledge and understanding of the Bible? Let's say that's one of my visions, that by the time they finish with us, they will have a strong knowledge and understanding of the Bible. I'll give you 2 minutes. Talk to them beside you. What are some aims? Some aims and strategies. Give me one aim, and with that aim, 2 strategies that will help us have our youth be strong, have a strong knowledge and understanding of the Bible. Go ahead. What do you think? Pardon? Oh, yes, I'm not. Oh. Do the people at home, do they know what we're asking too? I can ask the people at home as well. Okay, can they give me an answer as well to this question? Um, okay, I'm sharing now. Good. Okay. All right. Hmm. I turn it down because I hear myself. No, I'll just hotspot. Allah. No, it's not joining that either. Oh, here we go. Allah. It's not connecting for some reason. Sorry, guys. I'm not. No, I'm not connected. Wait, I'm on Trinity Hall. Hold on. Okay, let's try again. Zoom.
Recording in progress.
Okay. I, okay, we're good now? Oh, it's wrong screen? That's the wrong screen that I'm sharing? Try this again. I'm not sure why I can't share. How's that? Now, why is this happening? This one. I am muted. Yeah, it's muted. Oh, the other one. Mm. I don't know how to switch audio settings. Hello. Hello. There, done. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't. What's that? Ah, come on. But I'm on still. Okay, good. Okay, some ways, some aims and some strategies. What do we have? That was a big, long break. Any ideas? Our youth will have The Bible, what are some aims and strategy? One aim and strategy. What do you got? What do you think? Yes. Okay. Okay. For sure. So going over the stories. Excellent. Yes. Mhm. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. Anything else? What else? You have so much time. That's it. Only two. We'll continue on. All right. But that's the idea. And this is something that you can do. Again, great for a service retreat or some kind of thing we can do to help really focus our energy and focus what we're doing when we make curriculum. Recreation. So the idea of fun in our youth group in our Sunday school, and we do this pretty well. We do lots of things. Like we do lots of sports and activities and games, right? Are there fun ways we can teach in Sunday school, right? Where we can incorporate recreation into Sunday school. I'll give you an example of one that I've done. How do I switch screens? How do I do that? I want to share this one. Here, I'll do this. Okay, let's see if this works. The problem, okay, start. I'm going to share the screen now. I'm going to share it now. Hold on. Where'd it go? There. Okay. Is this thing? So this is my Jeopardy board. We can play Jeopardy with the kids. Turn this down. Okay, today's categories. Who knows how to play Jeopardy? Who's played it before? Who sees it? You know how to play? Your idea, right? Okay. Old Testament characters. Moses. He's an Old Testament character. Miracles. Revelation. Synaxarium. And the sacraments. Those are our headings. We're going to play for a couple of minutes. All right? Let's just make it very unfair. You're one group and you're one group. Very unfair. Not fair at all. Fine. Oh, and that's life is not fair. Have one spokesperson from each group. All right? You go first because you're smaller. All right? Pick one. I don't care. Life isn't fair. What do you got? Like that, eh? 500. Let's see here. The submission of a person into water presents this. Maybe. Might be. I have a lot of what is baptism? It's 500. So during baptism, when you go into the water, what is that representing? Dying with Christ. That's not your team, really? The question was, it symbolized, right? What did the question say? The submission represents this. What does it represent? It doesn't represent. It represents dying with Christ. So you were wrong. Yes. You picked 500. It's your fault. All right. Okay. Next. Hold on. Oh, how do? You have to go. So you have to go home now. Hold on. Where's my cursor? Oh, sorry. All right. What do you got? Miracles for 100? 500, just like that. Eh? Be specific. What's your answer? Eh. What is? Yeah, take his eyes off of Jesus and notice the storm. That is correct. It's right. But no, he took his eyes off of Christ. The answer. Good answer. Good answer. It worked. Okay. So far, they're killing you. 0 to 500. What do you got? So by the way, just I have a template that I put in my own headings and my own questions and answers, and I can give you the template if you want, just so you know. That's why we're doing this. I'll give you the template. You can make your own for whatever grade you want. Okay, next. Moses for 500. Eh, I think I know the answer. And I think every pharmacist should know the answer, I think. What do you? Eh. Oh, yeah, you can steal. It's true, you can steal. I forgot about stealing. It's right. What do you got? Final answer? Be more specific. Sure, steal. It's not the staff. Wrong. I think it's a copper serpent. I think. Yeah, the bronze snake. The bronze. And no one here's a pharmacist. Not one pharmacist in the room. Come on, guys. The you know the pharmacy symbol, that snake. That's this. The pharmacy symbol. The pharmacy symbol is when they were in the wilderness and being bitten by the asps and dying. God said, make a copper serpent, put it in the sky. When they look up at the copper serpent, they get healed. And that is the same symbol for pharmacy. Just so you know. Okay, one more, then we'll stop. 500. The original name. Melchizedek appeared to. Original name. Is that your answer? Abram. Abram. Right? And by the way, side note, who's Melchizedek? Jesus. Yeah, he's the high priest. We assume it's Christ. We assume that Christ's first appearance on earth was as Melchizedek, the high priest. Okay. Khalas, one more. No, we'll do one more. Last, okay, one more each. Which one do you want? It is not fair. They're tiny compared to you guys. If you get one, we multiply it by 3 because you're a third of the size. You have 0. Emma can help you guys. Okay, what do you got? Let's go. Oh, it's a daily double. So you can offer, you can bet 1,000 if you want. You bet 1,000? Wow. By the way, there is music. Oh, I haven't muted because of the there's music for all this stuff, by the way. Like it has a daily double music. It has oh, yeah, I just heard myself. No. Okay. All right, here's your question. I can't. Eamon can help. Eamon can be part of you can be part of the team. Who is it? What's your answer? Saint Damiana? Yeah. Guys, they have 2,000, just so you know.
No, 1,000.
No, but they multiply by okay, fine. Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay.
It's a lot.
Okay, fine.
Even now.
Okay, even. If you get this, you win. Okay. Well, how come? A what? Okay, sure. Okay. This is my son Jacob, by the way. He's the one who's playing goalie later on. Uncle, come help him with the 500. Here it is. We're playing. Here's the question. Okay. That's not really. They win. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't 500. That was an easy one. Okay, thanks. Anyway, that's the idea of recreation. Is this being shared or no? No. Okay, let me go back to this one. So there are many ways. So I have. Let me stop sharing. Give me 1 second. So I have Jeopardy, and I have the again the version that you can actually add to if you want. You can make your own. I also have. It's not as fun. Share. Where is it? Here.
Yep.
Okay. So with this, just be very careful. What's the problem with Jeopardy if you're playing it? If you get the answer wrong, or if the answer is up for debate, this can flip very quickly into being something that they're upset about. Because wait a second, I thought I was right. No, I wasn't. Whatever. So make sure your answers are accurate and make sure they're not up for interpretation. Because there have been times where in the end they have fun, but like, no, we should have got that point. You're wrong, and all this business happens because people are competitive, right? But it is very fun when it works. All right, keep that in mind. All right. A balanced design, I might save this. So what we were going to do was a balanced design was something where you're going to go into the book, and I was going to give each group of 3 one of these triads to read through, and there's questions you can answer. We'll save it to the end if we have time, all right? Because you can do it on your own, all right? It is a fun activity, and it is important, but you can do it on your own. We're going to skip our break. That's okay. And we do a creativity. Some creative ways. We often, because it's easy, we often fall into this position of teaching a lesson, when there's often many other ways to teach kids things that is much funner than just me talking at kids, right? And we're going to try one, all right? Anyone here in dramatic arts? Anyone here done drama in school? Like in grade 9 drama, any drama? Yes. Do you know what a tableau is? A tableau. You know what a tableau is? What is it? Freeze. A tableau essentially is a picture, but it's done with real people, right? So the way it works is, so if I'm a tableau, so let's say that I'm very scared. I'm like, but I freeze and my face shows the expression, right? If I have 3 or 4 or 5 people in a group, I can create a scene where I freeze, and then people that are looking in can figure out what the scene is. Get the idea? Okay, that's what a tableau is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19, 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could do 4 per group. Would there be one group would have 3? No, one group would have 5. 4 per group, right? That would work. Okay. You 4. This is for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're with this group. You can't be? Okay, don't be. Join. Remember, you can't. Yes, remember. Yeah, someone take a picture. You can. Yeah, remember. Once you're ready, you can't move. There's no voice. There's no volume. Amen. There's no volume. And there's no speaking. Okay. Are you ready? If you have an answer, yet. Prodigal son. Yes, got it. Good job. All right. Okay. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Guys in the back? Go. Are we ready? Okay. Ooh, I wonder.
That one, the leaf was gonna get going. And then.
Yep. It's a paralytic. See the mat? It's a telltale, the mat. Right? Take up your bed and walk. Right? Very good. And the angel that troubles the waters. I guess that's what that was. The people that weren't happy. You know, the Pharisees. Yeah. How do you carry your bed on the Sabbath? All that business. That was good. That was a good one. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, good. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure to stay in frame. Okay, are we ready? Okay, hold on, guys. Quiet down. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Okay, and okay, what is it? Which blind man? There's more than one. Yeah. So which man born blind? There's more than one. Yeah, but man born like it's a different one. There's a few, right? Man born blind. Where he created the eyes. Good. All right, next. Yeah, this show's getting lots of action. Don't fall off of it if you safety first. No, nothing yet. Not done yet. Just wait. Wait till we're done. They're not done yet. Good one, guys. Temptation of Christ. Good. Very nice. Very nice. All right. That was a good one. All right. Okay. Last but not least. Wow. All right. Okay. Good job, guys. All right. Cool. That was amazing. All right. Here's my question. What do they have in common? They were fun. They were fun. What do they have in common? Jesus? What else? What do the 5 stories have in common? The weeks of Lent. Right? So if you teach the weeks of Lent, we just did it. Right? We're missing the pre, right? But how many kids do you have in your class? I don't know. It's a little fun way to teach the weeks of Lent, right? What are some of the issues with this? Some of the issues with doing like a tableau. This, what could you run into? What are some possible issues? They might, so there may some that might want to, and the good thing about this is they don't have to be the front and center, but yeah, there are some who will not want to, right? Grade 10s who are too cool for school and too cool for everything might not want to do it, but you know your classes. Also, the pairings, right? If what if there's someone who's not, I'm not friends with you and I don't want to be part of your group, all that business, right? But this could also be a way to bring people together, right? You know your kids, but yeah, like something like this, yeah, it's very fun, very easy. You shouldn't run into too many problems with it, but just keep in mind that there are little nuances with your classes when you want to run something like this. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 I think you could. Like, give it a try. And if it's a horrible failure, that's okay too, right? Where you don't have to knock it out of the park every time. And what I find with a lot of these activities is it tends to go better than you'll think. It tends to, right? There's been very few where I've kind of reached out on a limb and said, I'm going to try this. It might not work. It might work. Most times it worked better than I thought it would work for the most part. Kids, and if they see you're trying, they're going to try too. There's also that, right? But yeah, give it a go, see how it is. If yeah, like, as long as there's no, as long as safety is okay and all that other business, then yeah, how about it? I would never not try something if you think it's a good idea. Yeah, good question. And again, we don't have to get it right every time. We have to try different things, see where it goes, and God leads, right? And He'll help us out. Thank you. That was fun. Good job, guys. This is one of the chapters is on Christian camps and camp ministries. We have the Valley. Who's been to the Valley with their kids or something similar? Yeah. How about actual proper camping? Anyone here done proper camping with their kids? No, I've camped myself with my family, but how about with actual Sunday school kids in a tent, like proper camping? No. Yeah, so you have to want to do it yourself first, right? Yeah, so I have camped with my family a few times. We haven't camped in years, but we used to when the kids were little, not anymore. I've never actually thought of taking kids camping. I know that there are groups that do. I know Milton Church actually has like a full service, right? Milton Church. And yeah, and they have the scouts too, right? And the scouts have a proper camp. Like there's a camping. They have to go camping, right? Yeah. But yeah, so there are churches that's actually part of their yearly curriculum. But they have scout leaders. They have people that do this. I've heard that it's very successful, but it's also a lot of work. But if you want to bond with the kids, for some reason, camping is a way to bond with kids more than most. But I've never done it. I heard it's amazing. It's in the book. Give it I haven't done it. I don't know that I will. We have a Valley Slate trip happening in February with our kids, but we've never tried this. But it's something I want to talk about. Group size. Sizes. My Sunday school is very small. My class has, on a good day, 8 to 10 kids in my class. It's a small chapel. It's a small congregation. So my class has 8 to 10 kids. The other class has 8 to 10 kids. This is what your book says about small and large groups. So in small groups, leaders can know each youth personally. I have a problem with that statement because it should be independent of class size, right? If I have 10 kids, if I have 30 kids, I should know each youth personally, right? Or the idea is if there's 30 kids in the class, you should have 2 or 3 servants, and each servant should have a personal relationship with each of the kids, right? So that should be independent. I put that up there because I disagree with it. It's independent of class size, all right? So again, highly relational approach should be independent of class size. Yep.
Like, big churches, for example, in situations where it's like not people, like, for example, like over, like in San Medina State, sometimes like have to have like 30, 40 kids, and like it's constantly changing, like you can have a kid shows up for like do like outreach, but like with the amount of people, like let's say like you have like 10 people that show up every, but still like not fully enough to like outreach everyone to get a personal relationship. How like you do that?
Great question. I was going to talk about that. One thing, great question. One thing you could do, again, if you have, let's say it's a class that has, again, we talk about the community. Let's say there's 40 on your class list, right? One thing you can do is you can split it up by alpha, right? Meaning, you know, one servant gets A to K, whatever those kids are. The next servant gets, and you split the alphabet 4 ways, and you can do it by number because there may be more kids with last name S. So you don't want one servant that has 20 kids and one servant that has 10, right? But one option is you take your class list separated by alpha so that each servant has an alpha group of kids. I get this from school because in school we have 4 guidance counselors and 1,200 kids. So they each have an alpha. And then that alpha they're responsible for. So I'm responsible for A to K. If the kid shows up once and his last name is Camel, that's my kid, right? And that way, some are transient, some are not, some are there all the time. My personal relationship is with that alpha. That's one option. That's what I've done in the past. I'm not sure if anyone else has another idea, something they could do. Any other ideas? But I'm talking about the servants. So like as a servant, I'm responsible for this group. Like I don't have to be, I'm responsible for this group of kids. I'm not saying that this, like, because these 2 kids are friends, I can still be a servant for this child, and someone else can be the servant for that child, right? I don't have to be the servant for both. That makes sense? No, disagree? Yeah. So one option could be I have this group, but I can have one from over there as well. But you could do that as well if that's something that you think would be better if this child was part of my alpha as well. That'd be fine. You could do that as well. Hmm. You raise a good point. So when I was a vice principal, same thing. Vice principals have alphas, right? So I was responsible for A to M, right? But there were some kids in the bottom of the alpha that I knew from either volleyball or sports, or whatever. So I would take them as well, right? So although I had my alpha, there were some that weren't part of my alpha that the other VPs knew was mine, and same with them. So yeah, you're right. And I guess this is the same idea, right? Like you have some play in that. But the idea is that every student, every child on that list has a servant attached to them, right? That's the important thing because we do need that personal that personal relationship with all the kids, right? Independent of class size, all right? And again, I talked about that. You do need, like, larger groups do need additional servants. Very, very important. It was a wider range of programming and activities. So a larger group does allow for more programming. There are some things that we can't do with our group because it's just so small, right? But that's okay. What are some advantages and disadvantages? What are some advantages? I have them here. So again, small, deep relationships, flexible. Like again, the relationship thing I don't like. It's in there. I don't like it, but that's what the book says. But flexible structure, more participation, large group, more resources, broader programming, and greater impact. Then constraints in a small group, attendance uncertainty. You don't know how many kids. So like in my group, if I have an activity I want to run, like this activity here, right? I can't run this with 10 kids, right? I can do maybe 3 of the 5. I can't do all of them. I run out of kids. I don't have enough, right? So you have to be careful with what you're doing if the group is smaller. And this is a true problem with large groups is people can hide, right? If I have a class of 30, right, I might always call on the same 5 kids, right? And are there kids who are being allowed to hide and not participate and not be part of it, right? And what are we doing to make sure that every child gets a voice, or is at least that they know we see them, right? In a large group. With my 10 kids, I see each of their names at least once in a class. There's only 10 of them, right? I can ask each of them a question because I have at least 10 questions, right? But if it's 30, what am I doing? Again, they don't have to be heard, they have to be seen. And how do they know that I see them? All those kids, right? And again, if there's 2 or 3 servants and I have my alpha, I make sure that I touch base with each of those kids to make sure that they know they're seen and then they can approach if they have a question, right? Keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. We have 50 minutes left before our hearts stop. We're going to do this now and see how far we get. And then if we have time in the end, we'll go back to the balanced curriculum or the balanced structure. Hook, book, look, and took. I'm going to have you all, I'm going to split you into groups of 4, and you're going to create a 5-minute lesson. All right? And I'm giving you the topic. I have them here. You're going to pick one, and I have a topic, and I have a grade. So you're specific to this grade, to this age group. Some of them have Bible verses, some of them don't. The ones that don't have Bible verses attached to them, you have to find one. All right? Because some of them are Bible stories. So the Bible verse is there. All right? I'm looking for a 5-minute lesson, a hook, relevant and engaging, the Bible reading ties well the objective, the in-depth look at the reading ties to the objective, different levels of questions can be answered by different types of students. Again, our 4 levels. I'll leave this up. All right. The takeaway is directly related to the objective. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes, and you're going to each come up, and you're going to spend 5 minutes each doing your lesson. And if my math is right, we'll be done at 5 o'clock. All right? And the people at home, I'm going to give them 2 topics, and they can break up into 2 groups. Okay?
Eventually, sorry. So anyway, so then they ended up escaping and they were let out of prison and they left, and it was all because they held on hope to Christ during a difficult time. Okay, now we're
Yes. So for our look, I think part of it, because it's a very long story, so I think at least for us, we do like a point every part in the story. And for example, we can also talk about something like when like when they moved the mountain, like with Pope Carlos, like that story, because that's something that they prayed for. They were stuck and they didn't know what to do. So that's something that's like a miracle that happened. So that's also something that we can look at after. And then for our tuk, do you want to see that one, or you guys can?
Okay.
Do you want to say it?
What did we?
We said so for the tuk. So for the tuk, we said that, for example, because like anything that you feel like you want to complain about in this week, like in this week after Sunday, if anything you feel like you want to complain about, say two things that you're thankful for, or have a thankful book. So at the end of the day, you write a couple things that you're thankful for. Or when you feel like you want to complain, or you're like, oh, whatever, just like think of two things. Oh, I'm thankful, thank God, like I'm like here, like in church, and it's warm, and I'm having fun, stuff like that are like simple, and it will make you more like have a positive mindset.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. All right, who's next?
she did that was show.
Good.
We don't have
Okay, so what? Yeah. So what's your topic?
You'll find out.
Oh, find out. Okay.
Okay, so before we get started, we're just gonna warm our brains up a little bit. And I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. Feel free to put your hand up and give it a shot. So first question, 5, 9, 9 plus 5 equals 2. How is that possible?
It's not
Try again.
9 plus 5.
9 plus 5 equals 2. Maybe like if we look whoa, that's cool. What's that? Whoa.
Oh,
What's-
hours.
Exactly. On a clock.
Okay.
9
Ah,
plus 5 equals 2. Okay, another question. How can you make 7 even? Without adding. Yeah, it's okay.
good.
It's good.
Okay.
Okay. Should I ask the one?
Good one.
Okay, so okay, what story do you think we're gonna get into today? Chat about
Something that doesn't seem logical at first.
human. Yes. Okay. Things that became possible when we took a different lens than our human
Nothing is impossible.
perspective.
Oh, I shouldn't say. I wait.
Okay, so what miracle in the Bible? Okay, okay, sure. But numbers. Okay.
Okay, so our Bible passage, it is feeding the 5,000, and it's from John 6, 1 to 14, a story that as grade 9 and 10s, I'm sure you've heard multiple times. So can I have one person in like a minute just summarize the story? Feeding the 5,000. I need a volunteer, yes. Very good. Very good. Excellent.
Okay, so why do we care about this story? We're all just starting high school, getting to that linear algebra or math or whatever you guys do in grade 9 and 10. So we're all really busy. We have our time kind of filled up, but we have limited resources, but we want to try and help those around us. And what ways can we do that? So if you see someone who's struggling out there, what is a way for you to try and help them? Yeah. Yep.
Share your
Right.
lunch.
Hmm?
Share your lunch.
Share your lunch. Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways that we can help. Sometimes we tend to think that the only way we can help people out, especially those who are less fortunate than us, is that we have to give them our money. In grade 9 and 10, you might be just starting a new job. You might be feeling a little bit stressed out because you're so much time or not much time on your plate and you're starting to study. But it's not just monetary value. So you don't have to give up a lot of your spent or earnings just so that you can help someone else. There's a lot of different ways that just might mean by giving someone a smile or just saying hi, making them feel like they're actually seen. And that can go a lot of ways.
So, as a takeaway for the next week, think of practical ways that you could offer up, whatever little that you have. As you said, like it could be time, it could be a smile. Because just as we saw in the story, like we underestimate how much we have and how much God can bless whatever we have to offer and multiply it.
Thank you. Very good. Who's next? Great job.
The whole way? Okay. Okay.
Sure. It's okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we were gonna start off our hook with a question. Usually, like our lesson is for grades 11s and 12s students. So our first question would be like, because they're applying to, university and they're having like exam season, so they're probably stressing about that. So our question would be like, oh, like when you're, very stressed and you're overwhelmed, like what do you usually turn to? Like maybe something, an activity that you do that usually kind of helps you calm down, or something that someone you connect with, someone you talk to. So that's our hook. We kind of start out like as an icebreaker with that, and we kind of transition into our lesson, which is the like importance of prayer. And so our passage is, Matthew 26 verses 36 to 46, where Jesus starts off like Jesus's prayer in Gethsemane, and he starts off like very distressed, and he takes a few of his disciples, Peter and the two sons of Zebedee with him, and he goes to pray, and he comes back and he repeatedly finds them sleeping. He has to wake them up a few times. And so that's like the book part where we kind of read and reflect on that. And then for the look, we kind of have the students try and reflect. We kind of discuss, kind of encouraging them to, in case, there's exam season and they're stressed, maybe turning to Christ during their times of stress, and kind of praying for what they want, but also understanding like, hey, it is important to also let Christ, lead the way as well, not just, praying just to get what you want and expecting that to happen. And then also, even when we are like asleep, when, in the passage, Christ kept on waking up the disciples, even though, it seemed like they were just constantly falling asleep over and over again. He kind of kept them waking up, kept waking them up over and over. And so we kind of try and translate that to our lesson, which is, Christ will, is always kind of there for you. He's always trying to get you to kind of grow closer to him. And basically, he's not giving up on any of us. And, basically the motive is to just keep praying. And then for questions, we were thinking, if someone says like, hey, like I'm too stressed for exams, I don't want to, like, I don't have time to pray or turn to Christ. We kind of try and say, we try and frame it in a way that, because grade 11s and 12s, or like students in general, they think that prayer is more so like a homework that is kind of, for Christ, is something that you have to do for Christ. We kind of remind them like, hey, prayer is for you. Like you need pray more than Christ does. And so it's more so, it's not as a homework, it's more so to understand like that it is a, building a relationship with Christ and also living a life with him. And it benefits more like you more than it does benefit Christ. And that also, like when they say like, hey, I was in distress and I'm stressed for exam season, I don't have time to pray, we can kind of give a reference to the passage where it starts off in verse 37 by saying like, hey, like Jesus was in distress, and that was the reason he directed himself towards prayer at Gethsemane. And so we kind of, the takeaway we connect for it is, basically what I said is prayer is for us and not for Christ. And yeah, we kind of just end it like that.
Thank you. Amazing. All right. Next. So-
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Okay, good. So you guys are grade 5 and 6. So guys, have you ever made something for someone?
Yes.
Have you ever drew something and gave it to your mom? You know, gave someone a present? You
Yep.
have?
Mhm.
Okay, now imagine you gave me a present and I destroyed it in front of you. How do you feel?
Sad.
Not good. Yeah. Imagine you gave me a drawing and I started ripping it up. You wouldn't talk to me anymore, right? Okay, good. Now keep that in mind.
Okay, so talking about creating something, we're going to talk about God and how he created the earth. He really took his time the way that you take your time when you create something. He took his time with creating the earth and creating us, and everything was very intentional. He didn't leave anything out of mind. He thought of everything, including Adam and Eve. And when he created them, we read in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, he said, "Then the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it." He tasked them with taking care of the Garden of Eden, with taking care of the animals, with taking care of the plants and everything. As intentionally as he created them, he created the earth. And that's what we were looking at as well. And that is our role here.
Okay. So in terms of what we can do, we need to learn to care for the world as a gift that God gave us, and also to care for ourselves, because we are made in the image and likeness of God, and we want to preserve that image and likeness and keep it pure. And remember that our bodies are a temple. So caring for yourself and caring for the world, remember to avoid wasting. Little things can help keep our world as God made it in his intentional way.
Okay, guys, so what are some ways that you can preserve the earth or take care of yourself? Mary. Yes. Don't litter.
Eat
Okay.
good things.
Yes.
Eat healthy.
Yes. Okay, yes. There are so many little things that you can do to take care of yourself and to take care of the world around you. Just like you wouldn't want me to destroy the present that you gave me in the beginning of the lesson, we don't want you to destroy the gift that God gave you of yourself and of the earth around us. So keep that in mind next time you do something. Bye.
Thank you. Great. Last week. That feels great.
Huh? Why is there a bathroom? I said when you vape in the bathroom. That's school, bro. You vape in the hallway. Please. Are you in the bathroom with us? Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off. Hi guys, good to see everyone. Thank you for coming to class. Yeah, we're gonna start off today's lesson with just a little skit, and then we just want you guys to explain what happened. Yeah.
Hey, Matt. How are you, man? Good to see you, man.
Yo, it's good,
Bobby.
How are you, bro? What's
Good,
good,
man.
man?
Matt, what are you doing this Friday, man?
Going to Sunday school. How about you
Sunday
guys?
school.
Here you
Sunday school.
What's that stuff coming out of your mouth?
Man, it's fine, man. But why Sunday school? Why don't you come?
It kind of smells here.
Why don't you come with us?
Yeah, it's
we're going out on Friday. There's a birthday party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What time's the birthday party?
We met this group from this other school. You should meet them, man. You come with us.
What time's the party?
It's at 8 o'clock.
Man, you're asking too
What
many
time?
questions.
What time
Just
Sunday
come,
school?
bro. Sunday school's at 8.
Forget about Sunday school, man. That's fine. You can go the Friday after.
I've never been to a party.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, it's just a good time. We're just gonna go. We're gonna
At
meet
8
people.
I thought birthdays are at 2.
No.
But come on, we're big kids now. We're gonna go. We're gonna.
Is that what we're supposed to do?
We're big kids,
We're
man.
supposed to go to parties?
Yeah, come on, man. We're big kids, right? We're big kids. We're big kids, man.
What is this?
Come on, man. It's new stuff nowadays, man.
No,
It's
no,
fucking-
Oh, you breathe it in. Okay, wait, let's go to the party. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, you do the question.
Okay. So what do you guys think the topic is about today? Peer pressure. Okay. So we have two examples of peer pressure today that we want to talk to you about. One of them, from the Bible. True. So one of them is about, okay, let me just take this off. So one of them is about resisting peer pressure, and one of them is succumbing to peer pressure. The first one is succumbing to it. You guys know what that means? Yeah, you probably do. So Exodus 32, it talks about when Moses was on the mountain, doing his thing and praying and whatever, and getting the commandments, and then what was happening down below. So the people were getting cheesed with Moses. They've been in the wilderness for quite a bit now, and they're like fed up with it, and they just don't have faith in God anymore. So what do they tell Aaron? They're like, dude, shmach this Moses and his God. We need another God to worship, okay? Let me pull up the verses to be exact. So 7 and 8.
No, sorry.
Yo, so what they were like, come make us gods that shall go before us. For as for this Moses, as if he's some like random dude, the men who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. So like they actually just think like, shmach this man, we need something else to worship, okay? And then they were like, this is your God, O Israel, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Whatever, they build it and then they worship it, okay? Now we fall into peer pressure. Because what did Aaron do? He built it for them. He's like, I don't really care, like whatever you guys want, we'll do. That's the first example. Second example.
So the opposite of that would be Daniel 3, which we know as the story of the three saintly youth, right? This time, Nebuchadnezzar faces them with death, right? The decree is clear. Whoever doesn't bow down to the image will be thrown like into the fire. And so like here the opposite happens. They stand their ground. Instead of like going to this party and whatever, Matthew is gonna be like, he's like, no, I'm a Christian, I know my values, I serve my God, I'm not gonna go and try your vapes and smokes and whatever. He's
Matthew didn't know what was going on. Like he did. No. Like this is relevant to the lesson. I mean, like he also didn't like understand like clearly from what happened there, like what the party was or like what the faith was. So like it's also important, I guess, for like guidance, like asking someone older, like a servant or a priest or your parents, like what is this?
Yeah.
So for the questions, where was God in both stories? Can someone tell me for the first story, for the failure one, when was God then?
Where was God?
Yeah, where was God in the story? And when Aaron built, did they think about him?
No.
Was it a part of the story? What
No.
about the second story with Daniel? Where was God?
With them.
He was with them in the midst of the fire. And second thing, can you think of some consequences of both from our readings?
The
So
first
for
one,
the failure, what happened after?
the earth swallowed them. They died.
Yeah, like about 3,000 people, persons died in this day because of the failure. What about the other story for the success? What was the consequences? Does someone know? This is a famous story.
Jesus was in the fire with them.
Yes, and then the king, he promoted them, and everyone knew about the God of the Israelites. Where's it?
Yeah, and
For the two guys, for this week, what would you do? What ideas do you have? What would you do to face peer pressure for this week?
And sorry, and if you were in Matthew's shoes, like in the play, like what would be your next move instead of what Matthew did, based on? Sorry. Yes, I was the character in the play. Yes. Anyone? Does anyone want to add? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You say.
Like in that situation, if you said like on the hesitant, that's kind of also like an old repeat. Like if you're not sure about something, then don't say yes, don't commit to something you're not sure about. If you like, I'll let you know, like, please, like, let me just use my text, just if you want to know, like, right away, I'm like, because I know myself, I feel like saying no, like, you know what I mean, it's not who I am, so I like give like an unclear answer until I like ask for guidance. Yeah, but I would know.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's actually that's a really good answer, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Yeah. Anyone else have anything to add? I thought you were raising your hand. Really? Oh man.
Know that two people are same like status, age, group as you, like should it be the people who keep your mind? Like we're going to people if you're used to going to church every Friday, you can like stick with that. And unless you kind of find confirmation from parents or someone who like is on your side and
Yes.
then you shouldn't not go.
Wow. That's. Oh, sorry. That's a very good
So yeah, one more thing. In the story of the Fitiyat Talata, sorry, they think differently. If you read the Bible, it's like they are arrogant, but they are not arrogant. They're just correct. So we have to be like confirming to ourselves that we are different. We are the daughters and sons of the King. We are not like everyone else, so we can just do whatever they do. We have to think before we do.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Don't go to the bathroom in school next time.
Yeah. Stay in the bathrooms. The people at home. Okay. All right. We still have two. We still have two more. Are the home groups? No. Okay, Carlos. Okay. Oh, so we're done then. Okay, no problem. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I guess that's it then. We'll get to go. Okay. All right. In that case, yeah, it's been 4 weeks, right? We're kind of done. That was a fast 4 weeks. We did a lot of things. There is some things that I missed out in the book that we didn't cover. So you should read about the triads, the balanced. You should read about that. We covered pretty much everything else in the books. I wanted to end with this, right? And remember that Christ is the center of everything that we do. That's what it comes down to. Christ is number one. And if you put Christ in the center, everything will work out. We do our best to create curriculum. We do our best to create lessons. We do our best to teach the kids. There are days, and those of us that teach Sunday school know there are days where we have a lesson that we think is amazing. We go in and it is a wreck. Like nothing works. The kids are crying or they're playing or they're not listening. But you have to understand that even when you think they're not listening, they are, right? Because it's not us, it's the Holy Spirit, right? And no matter what, and if we say, oh, they were so bad today, or it was horrible today, or whatever, at the end of the day, I always look to myself. What can I do differently to make it better next time? Knowing that no matter what happens, the kids will still learn because it's the Holy Spirit, right? Christ is the center, everything else will happen. Everything else will come, right? We do our part, knowing that Christ will fill in the gap. Yeah? Thanks, everyone. It's been a good 4 weeks. Okay, thanks, guys. It was great. What a great group. Amazing group. Thank you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.